Hello, I am back and I am now on episode 4. So today I'm going to talk to you about services. The services that can be offered to you as a direct access barrister. As a funny little joke, I will tell you, I have often offered my services as a barrister to people in Canada who then told me to make coffee for you because they think it's a barista. Anyway, so I thought that might make you laugh, but it obviously hasn't. But it doesn't matter, I will carry on. Okay, so I am going to talk to you about the services we could, although I do make coffee for my clients actually, and I do make really nice coffee for my clients. I'm told I make good coffee. Anyway, what services can we offer as a direct access service team? Well, I will take the services that I offer. I don't know about the services that other barristers offer. I can't speak for them, but I'm going to speak to you about myself. One of the services I offer is representation in court. So if you want me to go and perform in court, and when I say perform, it literally use active performance because we have to pick up speakers and we have to bring life to them and we have to bring your case to a stage and a platform which will then effectively need to be listened to by the right audience, which is usually the judging panel. So I can offer the service to you by representing you in court. I can also offer you support in meetings where I might be called to go to some sort of disciplinary meeting of something to do with your workplace problem or whatever it might be, provided I'm allowed to go. I can also give you general advice on your position. I have this thing about placing your case. I like to place a case for a client. What I mean by that is tell them their current position, which sometimes they do not know, or unfortunately they do not get told because they may have come from a different lawyer in the past they have had a bad experience with, or they've only just instructed a lawyer, as in direct access barrister like myself. So I will often offer the service of placing the case by giving an opinion, which is a full word we give when we are giving formal advice. I'm telling you what your current position is. At that point, a lot of people seem to decide whether or not they want to proceed or not. One of the biggest things, however, that I offer, which I end up offering quite a lot and doing quite a lot of, is client conferences. Now, they have proven to be really popular because I find a lot of times people just simply want to know what to do and how to do it. So normally what I'll say is to clients, bring a pen and paper with them and take some notes, although I always take notes from my clients and send them a really detailed attendance note afterwards, which is a note of everything that we've discussed so that they can go away and execute and do whatever it is that I'm telling them to do. And that conference can be valuable because sometimes in a 2-hour session, you get to know everything you need to know about your case on what you need to do. And sometimes what that conference does is allows people to go off and reflect and decide whether or not they want to pursue something or even defend something, or the approach they should take if they need to settle it or if they need to ask for more information or whatever it might be. But I think a 2-hour conference usually is something which works really well. So coming back to the services that I offer, my service range is very broad, but I'd say one of my biggest services that I offer now are consultations, which are called conferences. One thing I offer also now, which really actually works, is the self-help package, effectively, which means that clients are well equipped and enabled, effectively with a bit like a toolkit, a bit like these videos, to go off and fight their own case. Because one thing that we find as direct access barristers is that we get cases very last minute sometimes. Somebody's had a hearing listed, let's say last year. For whatever reason, they've not instructed a lawyer, a barrister or solicitor or whatever. And literally, and I mean a week or two before the case, or even actually the night before the case, I've had in some cases, people need a barrister to go to court for them. That, in some respects, can be also quite dangerous for a lawyer to take up last minute because they won't know the facts. And they are trying to quickly get to grips with facts which they don't know. But the client knows their case really well. So what I say to the client is, do you feel you are able to fight your case yourself? And sometimes, I would say about 60-70% of the time, clients actually say, yes, we can. And if they can, then what I offer them is a hearing service where I will go through all of their file with them, help them prepare all the documents, the arguments they need to make. And then at the same time, once they're in the hearing, I will offer them the conference service where they can, it's a bit like phone a friend. They can be ringing me and saying, this is what happened in court today. Here's the document that I received. Can we have a conference at the end of the night to go through what's happened, and can you advise me for the morning what I should and shouldn't be saying and doing? So there's so many tailor-made packages that are available, which I think as a direct access barrister are really, really good. And this is why I'm really passionate about the service, because the legal market has changed and we can now offer so many different ways for clients to receive legal advice, which originally didn't used to exist. And the biggest beauty of all of this is so cost effective. People save so much money because they're literally sometimes dipping in and out of legal advice. So I hope that's been useful. You can probably tell from my body language how passionate I am about this. You must save your money, you must save your pennies. Do not waste legal fees. So if you like what you heard, come back and listen to me again, talking about how to choose the right direct access barrister for you. I'm joking, there are others out there.